Live.
My mom done it again, guys. She got the wrong hat. You think Mickey Mouse has got these people papas on his head? They can't get enough of that
So,
video.
what's the story from yesterday, David?
Oh, I threw up last night.
You threw up? Oh, man, you quitter.
Great story. Were you watching the UFC championship and you just like vomited when the guy bled everywhere?
What?
Was
it
I didn't
bad?
see it, dude. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
It was like the third one before the championship round.
Damn, I missed it. No, I was drinking, and then I didn't feel sick or anything. Like everything ended, the kickback ended, everyone left, everyone else was asleep. I was like, okay, cool, time for me to go to sleep. I laid down, and then my stomach's like, yeah, we're not happy. I'm like, what? I didn't even do anything, dude. And I just like got to the restroom and like started throwing up. I threw up 3 times, man. I was like, what the fuck? Like I didn't feel drunk. I didn't feel sick. It just like came out of nowhere. I was like, why?
Yeah, the first time I ever threw up, I was like, I'm never doing that again. And I said that the next 2 times too.
I will do anything short of making a deal with the devil to not throw up. I swear. I fucking hate it. It's like the worst thing in the world.
But once it's over, you're relieved, though.
I thought I was,
It's like,
then I had 3 times. I was like, fuck.
I think it's evolutionarily. Like you have to feel that sense of relief in order to keep living
Right.
after.
Just like a terrible sense. You're gonna feel like shit, but you're gonna feel great afterwards.
Yeah. Just get it over with. Get it out.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what
the drinkers.
that's what I was trying to do. Like, usually if I drink too much, as I'm throwing up, I could taste what alcohol it was that did me over, and like be like, oh, that's what I did wrong, But when I was throwing up yesterday, I didn't taste any alcohol. It was just like food that I ate. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, I don't know. But I don't really feel like drinking today. I've never done an episode where I'm not drinking, so I'm not going to start.
That's probably
Gotta just bury it deep down inside you and never bring it up again.
Never bring it up again.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. All right, let's hit it.
All right, David.
Nailed it.
Oh shit, that's right. I'm hosting. Fuck.
You are hosting.
Completely forgot already. Here we go.
It's gonna be me next week.
We're blaming it
What
on
are we talking about, guys?
Hi everyone, welcome to the show, Speakeasy gentlemen. You guys tune in before, you know what the premise is. If not, what we usually do is just hang out and drink like we would at a bar. We're all so far apart, so we don't really get to do this often.
Did you rehearse that? That was really good.
I am totally surprised that you remember that. I know I've been saying it for like
why did you interrupt me? I was
for a year basically, but holy shit, man. Proud of you.
Oh man, I blacked out. What happened?
Should have seen what happened last time he hosted.
Let me introduce yourselves to the boys. The fuck was that?
Guys, and then yourselves. I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, we gotta
Good
do like a highlight reel, and
that's in one of our highlights. Pretty sure.
I am the highlight reel, dude. You say stupid shit.
It's the wild card in you.
Yep. All right. So
I feel the jealousy in that Summer. The wild card.
The wild card.
Not everybody gets the wild card spot.
Just type in
Really
wild,
tried for it.
like wild card Summer.
Yeah, wild card guest.
Yeah. Cheers. Make it very wild card. Oh crap! Before we start the cheers, kampai. That's all I got, dude.
What the fuck?
I feel really awkward. I always bring stuff with straws.
I want to note that I requested. They asked me what I wanted, and I said Moscato d'Asti. And here I am alone drinking Moscato d'Asti.
So,
do you have the bottle?
So, this kind of happens with our show. By
Show
the
the
way,
camera.
Typically, I am the only one who gets the drink along with the guest. But this time, unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, I don't have it. But I did
Get out
buy
here. I'm going to talk to your girlfriend who drank it. We can talk about it.
I did buy myself a Christmas present, and I'm going to open it here. Huh? See that?
Is that
Can you see
Elvis?
it? Hold on, where's it at?
What is that?
There it is. Glenlivet. Look at that.
Oh, okay.
So, have you ever bought something like this, David? It like comes like all wrapped and shit inside, dude, with like branded paper. It's amazing. I know. Sorry, it's loud.
Loud.
Good. It's really
Yeah.
annoying.
It's alright. I'm done now. I'm gonna. I got Stella Artois. Stella Artois. That's always. It's been my go-to lately.
The cider's good. I mean, the beer is okay.
I haven't.
The cider is really good.
I don't think
It's
I've
not
tried
too
it.
sweet.
I don't think I've tried the cider. To tell you the truth.
The cider?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they do have a cider, and it's spelled like CIDRE, right?
Cidre. Yeah.
Oh,
I may have tried it because I remember seeing it, but I'm not 100% on that. But anyway, I'm gonna pour a cupper. I'm gonna pour a couple fingers worth of this scotch here.
Pour a cup of fingers.
So I am
I don't
drinking.
actually understand that reference. What is a finger? Oh yeah, drinking the bubble.
Oh, you hold it from the bottom. You hold it.
But my fingers are so much smaller. But I guess that makes sense because my tolerance would be.
You're like, how many fingers you want? No, 3 fingers. Boop boop boop, and then you fill up.
Hey, David.
Oh.
Hey, David. Finger.
Finger.
All right, go ahead, Pierce. What do
So
you got?
I got some boba tea from Tea Swirl. My camera's mirrored. This is my better reflection. They're located in Arizona, where I live, and they're delicious. They're amazing. I've been drinking their Okinawa tea, and you can choose like the sweetness level, you can choose the ice level, and then you can choose what you want in it, and it is super good. We don't have anything like that out here, so I'm glad that they came.
Sweet.
I'm glad you got your boba.
It's really good.
Does anybody else really drink boba? I can't stand it. I think it's a texture.
I love
yeah,
boba.
it's like the tapioca beans or whatever.
Not
Tapioca
a fan.
balls, yeah.
I don't like to feel something suck through a straw.
So that's part.
Huh?
And I'm
You don't
like,
like-
Because right back of your throat, like.
yeah, this was not the texture that it was when I started.
I need to cut that video right there. I just need to clip that. I'm just reminding myself for later to clip that. David.
I need her to say sucking the straw.
Dear future me, click this.
Have you ever tried, David, you might know because you're part Filipino, but you ever tried something called halo halo?
No.
Oh, I hated it, dude. What,
You
it's
can't
got
call
beans
yourself a
in it?
Filipino if you haven't tried it.
It's disgusting. Do you drink?
Sorry.
It's really good.
Do you drink that beer still? No,
You eat
not
it.
for me.
You don't
Yeah.
really drink it, but it's
But it's
pretty
still
good.
it's still like a beverage, isn't it?
No.
It's considered a beverage.
No,
What's in it?
a lot of solid stuff. It's got like jackfruit.
Doesn't sound good.
Lots of
Yes.
solids.
It's like an ice cream with like a bunch of toppings. Is basically what it is. It's
That
like
sounds more
shaved
appetizing.
ice with fruit toppings and ice cream on top.
And beans.
But fruit beans.
No,
They're not
no.
regular beans. They're not pinto beans. They're not black beans. They're different types of beans that are sweet.
Pinto.
No.
They're jumping
Pinto.
beans.
Grabbing
They're
around
not
my
jumping
pinto.
Beans, magical fruit. The more you eat them, the more you
Should I
too.
Google
The
this?
good, the
Should
more.
I bring an image up?
Yeah, let's do that. It'll take you a while anyway. So,
All right, yeah. So meanwhile, I will
hello.
introduce everybody. Up top,
Oh.
it's Josh, the usual host. Ew, those are the beans?
I'm trying to find
Yeah.
ones that don't look like regular beans.
Because they're not beans.
The solid
apparently.
stuff sounded more accurate.
There's a breakdown of hello hello.
There you go.
There's
This
salsa behind this shaved ice.
Oh, so that's like a McDonald's, like a fruit cup thing you get at McDonald's,
It's
right?
like a parfait. Yeah, try parfait. Parfaits are delicious.
Oh, that's a good one. A parfait with salsa at the bottom.
Yeah, it's weird looking. So Pierce is gonna pull that up in a second. But go ahead. Yeah, I'm the new normal host. The
Yeah.
usual.
The usual, but we switch it up today to
Okay.
keep it tradition.
so
Next to me, Pierce. Go ahead.
this is halo halo,
Oh.
and this is a Filipino dessert, which features some stuff. Looks like this one has
Really?
sweet corn. It's got.
Mm-mm.
I had to
The
choose
new
that one.
potato.
It's got ube, which is a purple yam. That's what's on top.
Oh.
And it's got flan, but Filipino style, and that's all the shaved ice. And at the bottom is like coconut and other things. And you mix it all together. Halo halo translates to mix. So you mix
I've
it all
said
together.
Holla holla before.
And it's
How did
pretty
that
good.
reference?
Hello.
And shout out to Lauren, because she's going to make me halo halo, apparently.
Nice.
Then you can actually tell
Oh.
us how it tastes.
I'll do a reaction video of how a bunch of people try it.
There you go.
Oh no. Balut. You do balut?
Oh,
And
God.
I'll watch it.
I'm not
You know
trying to
what
go
that is?
viral here.
Summer?
No.
It is
That is gross. I
It
will
is
say
a
that.
boiled duck fetus. It's like a hard-boiled egg, but with a
Oh.
baby duck inside.
I've heard of
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I would try
so
it.
good.
I've watched people try it, and I think that's what really messed it up. Is like they ate like the egg and they pulled out the baby duck and they were like, "Hey, Josh," like like moving the fucking mouth, and I'm like, "No, thanks, I'm good."
It looks like a fetus, you're saying.
It is.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
embryo.
Not like a
It's like
zygote stage.
It's a duck
It's like-
embryo.
Yeah,
It's an
no,
embryo.
yeah, it's got everything. It's got little baby bones in there, and
Wow.
no feather. I mean, maybe a little feathers, but all like translucent and stuff. It's weird. Anyway.
Great, yeah.
Cheers,
Cool.
cheers to that. Yeah. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers to aborted fetus.
Sorry, Pierce. Go ahead, or David. Go ahead and introduce Pierce. My bad.
I cheers
Oh yeah,
so
next to me
often.
Pierce. Right? Often. Pierce is a tech guy who's usually, doing all the nerd stuffs. Our guest tonight is
That was it.
yeah, I don't know.
That's
What do
my
you wanna say,
intro.
Pierce?
You're smart. You do tech.
So,
That's it.
yeah,
Moving
really.
on.
He plays Overwatch. Real
I play
caps
Overwatch.
Fuck you want So,
Wait, so what's your girlfriend's name, David?
uh,
Oh, you don't have one.
actually,
Ooh,
yeah,
no
yeah, it's by
girlfriend.
choice. I choose. not.
Pamela Henderson.
Cheers.
I'm single by
Hey,
choice.
she hasn't started touching her nose yet, so I think we're good.
Yeah, right. Start.
Oh, never mind. He's nervous.
All right. Wait, so, Summer, what is it you do again?
So I live in a van and I travel to all the national parks full time, and I make a podcast called Not Park Stories, which is just conversations with strangers in the parks to help people fall back in love with America.
So you
Sweet.
walk in the park and then you find like strangers. You like stalk them in the park. You're like, hey, real
I'm
quick.
like, there's that person right there. That was my binoculars. I don't know.
You're like right in front of them with the binocs out.
I spy a nose I want to talk to.
So
No,
what-
yeah, I just like literally have conversations, and then I'm like, "Hey, can I record this conversation?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." Like, I don't know. It's just I really felt out of touch with America. I felt like kind of like some animosity towards it because of the division that's happening.
yeah,
and- Yeah. So I almost moved abroad, and then I was like, you know what? I will never come back if I move now. So I need to like make amends with America first, like fall back in love, and then I can decide what I want to do.
you're like
and-
kind of closely living off grid by just going to park, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like I it's an adventure. Like I travel, I blog about it. I have a Patreon where people follow my adventures, and I send them postcards all over the country. I just
Nice.
literally left Central Illinois and went up to Alaska. It was 3,500 miles, so I like kicked off the trip in Alaska, and then I had a conference in Texas in like a month and a half later. So I had to shoot down from Alaska to Texas. So I went
Yeah.
to 3 national parks in Alaska, and 2 in Texas, and 1 in New Mexico.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What made did you always have like a love for parks or?
Actually, so I lived in my car for 2 months after I graduated university, and I just like didn't know what to do with my life. So I got a national parks pass and just like hung out with people all over the West, working at an organic farm for 7 days, and then I just like I adopted a dog on the road, like which was
Wow.
Is your dog there with you now?
not right now. No, I'm having my mom watch her, so she's not.
David's the person at the party that's just spending the whole time on the
Dude.
floor with the dog.
Me too. I am 100% that dog. Or
I'm 100% that dog.
that's how much I align with that statement.
Why don't you just call it a motorhome though? Because you live in it and it's got a motor. Anything's really a motorhome, right? Sound
It's
fancy?
a camper. Yeah, it's like a camper because a motorhome is more like a recreational vehicle, you know? So like you identify that. So it's van life. Like I live in a 2012 Ford Transit. It's 6 feet by 4 feet.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, if it had
It's like-
good internet right now, I'd just do this podcast interview there.
Yeah,
do you ever are you still considering moving abroad, or you want to stay here?
Eventually, I
You
think
love-
I will.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, like I just wanted to fall back in love with America and then make the decision. So it wasn't ever about like falling back in love with America and then staying here permanently. There's still a lot that I don't like about it. I just wanted to find the good, and like so that's what the national parks are for me. Finding the good and then talking to the people in the park.
This is the best America ever. Okay. And
Yeah.
you know, the
They're
only
so
thing is, I agree. I too want to see abroad.
Oh,
I'm
that
gonna
was actually
help the National
okay.
Park Service by allowing these corporations to dump all of their waste. It's going to be great. It's going to help out the environment really, Really great.
Good idea. I can't do the voices well.
Oh, I thought Trump was coming.
Hey, at least you went
That's
for it.
exactly what I thought you were gonna do.
She's like, no.
No, I met somebody in Australia who had dressed up as Trump for Halloween, like just because he hates Trump, and he's like just wanted to be an arrogant asshole for Halloween. And he did a great Trump impression, and he's German. Like, it was awesome.
Wait, hold on. You met a German guy impersonating Trump in Australia? What is going on here?
This is my life.
You know, that's pretty cool, but the only conversations I've had with strangers in parks have always been really fucking weird ones. I don't think I should record those.
I was like, what?
And
Where's this going right now?
What?
Or in, like, play parks.
Yeah, just regular parks, yeah. Just on the swings, you know? I'm like, so where are you from?
Yeah, I don't really do those
What's going
anymore.
on?
All after this?
I was doing my homework at a park once, and this random guy brought his whole drum set to practice at the park because he couldn't do it at his apartment complex.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, so I've had some interesting
By the way.
conversations at play parks.
So, Summer, I don't think you said what your show's called.
It's called Nat Park Stories.
Yeah, she said it, dude.
Nat Park Stories. Did she? I thought she said it pre-show. I didn't think she said it.
No, she said it well.
There's a link in the description too to
But you
her Facebook
said
page.
it.
There's a link in the description. So I feel like we already know Summer pretty well, but you want to do wait a minute? What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
You run that thing, dude.
All right, let me do a little intro for it. But so we have to get to know our guests better, we have a segment we call Wait a Minute, where I'm going to do a bunch of quick fire questions, and you're just going to respond with the first thing that comes to your mind. We have never made it through all the questions because typically two questions in, it lasts for 2 minutes. So the minute timer just stops at some point in between. But anyway, Summer, you ready to kick this off?
All right, I'm going to try to get through all the questions. How many are there?
Like 15 maybe.
A minute long.
15,
All right.
60
One more
seconds.
question.
That's 2 seconds. That's 4 seconds per question.
All right. Yeah, I'm not so good at
Like you
reading
start
either,
now.
so it's probably going to take, a lot of time for me to read these. Anyway, you ready to go?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Pineapples on pizza, yay or nay?
Yay.
Oh, really?
That's like
How much do
3
you
and
talk
3.
about your podcast? Do you
Way
bore
too
people
much.
with it? Oh, way too much. Okay. Have you ever been in a fight?
Yeah, kind of.
Wow, how'd you do?
I was in martial arts for a while, so
Oh, okay.
fair.
So you did great.
So
It was a fight for them, but for me, it was like,
What advice would you give to your teenage self?
don't do it, and also do it.
Okay, good. I like
very
it.
confusing.
It matches my teenage self.
Biggest podcast influence. What made you get into it?
She
is there a person?
explores. Yeah, she explores and Women on the Road.
Nice.
Nice.
What was the worst job you ever had?
Oh, I cleaned toilets for a while.
Oh,
Okay, good.
I
All
worked
right.
a state job, so.
This might be hard for you to answer because you're always on the road, but worst TV show that you love?
Oh, I love Jane the Virgin. I love, I guess I loved Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl? That was a minute. David, you seem like you were confused. You seem like you were confused by that question, David. Worst TV show that you love?
Yeah, worst. Like
Like one you're ashamed of, basically. She
Yeah.
got it, right?
Oh,
You
like-
got it.
like a guilty pleasure.
yes.
Exactly. Yeah, should I
We're gonna say
should
the
I
opposite.
rename that Guilty Pleasure TV show? I figured that'll be like Taxi Cab Confessionals. You know what I mean?
I was surprised you didn't say Parks and Rec would be one of your favorite shows.
Right? Shit.
Parks and Rec and The Office are my two favorite, but it's not
Yes!
a guilty
Oh, okay.
pleasure.
I love
Like,
The Office. It's my
those
favorite
are
show.
I'm proud of them. Yeah.
I'm
I
Parks
watch
and
The
Rec.
Office literally every single day. Literally every single day I watch The
that's
Office.
me with Parks and Rec. I'm watching it again for the
I'm still
seventh
finishing
time.
The Office. I'm on 8th season.
How have you not
I'm on
finished
the
it?
9th season.
Oh.
What is
and
wrong with
literally, I only watch it at the gym so that I want to go to the gym.
Oh, nice.
Because you hear Jim, and it's like, Jim!
Pam, think of
Jim's
Jim.
my favorite character.
Michael, think of Jim.
Okay, so you didn't make it through all the questions, but there are a lot of questions.
I thought
Let's
I did
see.
good.
I think you're going to side with me on this. So I'm going to ask you, Android or iPhone?
Actually, I switched to a Google Pixel, so Android now.
Oh, dang it. You had a
I know,
Mac.
I did.
You
I
had
know.
a
I
Mac.
did an iPhone all my life, but I switched
So
to the
close.
Pixel. You've seen my photos.
You're
My
like
photos
0
are
and 4
great,
with
though.
that, Josh.
What'd you say?
You're like 0-4, 0-3. Did anybody
know.
have one?
I think Michael Goff may have had it.
And everybody likes also pineapples on pizza so far.
I know.
Yeah.
Dude, so we went to... Have you guys ever heard of Blaze Pizza, by the way?
There's one down here, or a couple.
Yes, dude. Oh my god, it's
I've
amazing.
seen one.
It's amazing. It's like a Subway, like build your own pizza, and it's like flame cooked and shit.
It's like a pedophile
no, without that. But it's amazing. I'm telling you, it's like the fucking best pizza I've ever eaten. Let's see. You might have an answer for this one. Favorite flavor of top ramen?
Ooh,
Chili.
top ramen?
Yeah.
Like chicken? Like a ramen, like in the 15-cent packs?
Yeah.
Why are you so good? I eat it like twice a week. Why
But
are you
I've never
so
heard it
mean
called
about
top
this?
ramen. I just
Oh,
think
you don't call it top ramen?
Ramen noodles. Yeah.
Shit.
Ramen
Oh
noodles.
god, don't say ramen.
You guys want to go get some ramen after this?
Yeah.
Get some ramen noodles.
We'll
I
get
told
some
you there was
chicken
like there was a rapist, Machine Gun Kelly, who calls it ramen noodles in one of his
great.
raps. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this guy saying ramen noodles for?
Like everybody loves ramen noodles.
All right. Anyway, that was our 60 seconds with Summer.
All right. So we got news of the week. Actually, one of the things I wanted to talk about, like a brief mention, is we have another death that happened earlier this week. The frontman for the Buzzcocks, Pete Shelley, passed away at like 62.
Give me a song.
Ever Fallen in Love? Ever fall in love with someone? Ever fall in love with?
Oh, I know that song. Is it? It's on Shrek.
Is it?
I don't think
Yeah,
it
it's on
is.
Shrek. I mean, I don't know if it was actually them. Yes, Pierce, I'm telling you, that song was on Shrek. My memory.
Not the way that David sang it. It must have been.
My memory's literally the best memory ever. Okay, look, Google it.
There's a lot
Google
of
it.
Trump happening in this conversation. See you guys later.
She's like, I hate
Yeah,
Trump.
We got to do some Obama.
Yeah, we need some Obama.
They could do Obama.
So, I will see if it's on.
Yeah,
The Buzzcocks are on here, and I bet that they did the thing on Trump. Wait, Trump? I mean Shrek. Sorry.
Damn, dude.
The Scotch is really getting to me right now. All right, let's see. Oh, look. Ever Fall in Love, Shrek. Boom. Hold on. Pete Yorn
I
did.
might have to hear it.
Tell me if this is the right song here, David. Hold on. I gotta deal. Wait, shit. This might violate our copyright here.
Yeah, don't.
Small clip, short clip.
Hold on.
4 seconds.
This is it, right?
It's all staticky.
I don't remember
Can you
that.
not hear it?
I can hear it. I don't remember it though.
That sounds terrible.
I feel like that doesn't violate the copyright because no one could recognize that song.
Yeah, dude, that's totally okay. 37 seconds. You guys go ahead. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. But anyway, Buzzcocks, Pete Yorn. Wait, no, Pete Yorn is the one I was talking about.
Pete Shelley is the guy who died. That was the original. He was a frontman for the Buzzcocks. He's the one who's dead. Nobody gives a shit about Pete Yorn. So, other news. The Avengers trailer dropped. Finally.
God,
Yes.
Waiting so long for that thing to drop in. How many of you were disappointed when it dropped?
I was not. I don't judge. I'm always happy.
I kind of wanted to see a little bit more.
I don't judge. I am always happy.
That's a good way to be. I didn't watch it, so.
You don't like superhero movies, or?
I just feel like they're all the same now. I don't know.
Kind of, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
But
I did go see the new Winnie the Pooh movie. That was great.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Our buddy, a friend of the show, Michael Goff.
good friend
He
of
was
ours.
not in it. He was not in it, dude. Gopher didn't make an appearance in that movie.
Oh, really?
You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bummer.
That sucks, though.
Anyway, how'd you like it? Did it make you feel nostalgic and sad? Did you
Right.
cry?
it was great.
It was.
Yeah.
It's like over.
Good.
Yeah, no, it was great. No, I was crying. So the whole audience was adults, and like there was one kid, and I was crying, and I looked over at this lady, and she was also crying, and we were like, yeah, like because it's like about Christopher Robin, like being like a crappy adult, like his like marriage is falling apart, his job's falling apart. I'm like, I can relate.
I know a lot about both of those things.
Saves him.
Christopher Robin.
It was awesome.
Kid
Out
just
of 10.
looking at you like, why are you crying? Like, the fuck?
Well, and everybody could see Winnie the Pooh. Like, so he's in New York City, and everybody's like, "What the fuck? This bear's talking!" Like, and I was like, "All right, that made it more realistic."
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not like this dude just having a mental crisis.
So
Like,
he's all like Thunder Buddies for life, right, Johnny?
basically, it was Ted
Yeah.
4. I don't know how many of those. There are.
TEDx.
Yeah, TEDx.
TEDx.
Wouldn't it be Ted G because wasn't it rated G or whatever? The movie?
Christopher Robin was probably rated G,
Yeah. Or
but
PG.
Ted was probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, the Avengers trailer dropped and they showed some stuff. Is anybody else kind of upset? I like the beard on
The trailer
Captain.
dropped and they showed some stuff.
I like the trailer. They didn't reveal
Yeah,
much.
Captain America shaved his beard. Yeah, I was upset.
I was like, ah, man, it looked good.
So
like-
much less manly.
Yeah, well, not that man. It just looked good. I was like, man,
Less
orange
hairy.
beard.
So
Beard.
this is what I think. So you know how he said that he's going to be hanging up his shield, and so to speak, right? He hinted at the fact that Captain America wasn't going to be here. I think that they should start blending the Marvel universe. And I don't know who I talked to this about, but I think it'd be fucking hilarious if he came back as what was he? He was Fantastic Four.
Flame
Johnny.
guy.
Yeah,
Flame
yeah.
dude.
The Human Torch.
Human
So
There
if
you
he just came back as a Human Torch and everyone just pretended that he's not the fucking same person, that'd be fucking awesome, right?
So like, isn't that Captain America? He's like, no, I'm Flame.
He's gonna like lose all his muscle mass.
Same guy.
Look at these flames. You think
Hey,
Captain
I'm before the experiments, bro.
I feel like that was owned
What guy's
by
Gary?
somebody else though. The rights to that.
So probably Sony.
Yeah.
Sony owns.
Yeah,
some
Sony.
Disney, I don't know.
Yeah. Disney.
So what was I going to say about that? So what do you think about Tony Stark? So spoilers, by the way, for the never mind. It's a fucking trailer. Watch it.
Yeah.
So the ship's like drifting off into space, and you can see that Tony Stark's there alone because he was left alone on that planet where Thanos was on, right? And all of his friends disappeared on Titan. Yes. And so he's drifting off into nowhere. You could tell that there's no power to the ship that he's in. And then he's just talking to his helmet, saying, talking to Piper Potts, saying like, leaving a message.
Piper Potts?
Pepper
Yeah,
Potts.
that's-
Pepper Potts.
Pepper?
She's-
Did I say
she's in it.
Piper?
It's
I said
Pepper. Yeah, it's Pepper. That's right.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
Sorry. Pepper Potts. That was close. Pepper
He's
Potts.
not gonna
The
Pied Piper.
planet.
Knocking to the Pied Piper, and he's just listen.
So
Yeah,
he's
in the
leaving a
art-
message for
at his
Pepper.
helmet.
Yeah. So do you think he's gonna be found? What do you think?
Yes,
I
without a doubt. They're not just gonna let him die in space, like doing
Why not?
nothing. He's just gonna starve to death. All right, he's out.
yeah. Like, what, 4 days? It's been 4 days without water. He said. I'm like, oh shit. And he's pushing it, man. So
What's Tony Stark?
So one day till someone finds him, then.
he's just like starved to death, like malnourished. Like,
Yeah, like
And
that's gonna be in the
Smith's like, "Oh,
intro
I
of the
forgot.
movie, I'm sure.
I
Just
threw
like
water poured in his helmet.
like all these like tools and weapons that he had in his suit and everything about putting a pouch of water in. Like, oh,
Yeah, come on.
way to go for being one of the smartest men, right?
well, he might have been there for like a long time.
I guess, but
Well, I mean, if there's like from the first movie, he was resourceful and he didn't have like anything. That's when he created the suit. Remember?
Do you
So
think
Then
he's
he
gonna
just got too
disassemble
hot.
the ship
he's
from
he's
inside?
gonna figure something out, or somebody's gonna find him.
come up with a urine filtration system or something.
Something like
it's gonna
that.
be like Bear Grylls. He's like, but apt to overcome.
Duct tape. I'm gonna use duct tape.
Is that? Do you do that when you're out there? Do you do like Michael Scott when he's out in the wilderness? Do you do that?
No, I don't do any of that.
Oh man,
I don't drink
think-
my urine. If that was your question.
That's not what I. That's not
You ever
what I was
thought
talking
about
about. You said duct tape. I was talking about the show. You said you like The Office. Never mind. Anyway.
No, I feel like there was like an episode of something where they used, maybe it was Mythbusters, where they used like duct tape to like catch like the condensation or something, and they just like I don't know,
Oh, okay.
left field.
Is that Waterworld?
She said left field. Yeah, Waterworld. Land is not a myth.
I've seen it. I was quoting Cable Guy from that, by the way. I don't remember. I don't remember Waterworld at all.
They
Yeah,
have
no,
a show for it at
What
like
movie we were talking about right now?
somewhere.
Universal Studios, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's still a thing? That's still there?
Yeah, I saw it pretty
Yeah, dude,
recently, actually.
I only know this because of Ralph Garman's podcast, but one of the actors who plays in the Waterworld show was on The Bachelor recently. That's how I know it's still a thing.
His guilty pleasure. The show.
No, I don't. So I don't watch The Bachelor, but he does like on his show, The Ralph Report. I'm gonna talk about it, even though I don't get anything for it. But I love that show. So on his show, The Ralph Report, he's through Patreon also. Him and his wife have a segment where they talk about The Bachelor.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So Ricky actually started watching The Bachelor because of that, because we listened to the Ralph Report, and then she tried it. She was like, "No, this show fucking sucks. I'm just gonna keep listening to their recaps." So she just listens to the recaps, but she doesn't watch the show at all.
Dude,
so the
that's
reason
hilarious.
why I brought up Waterworld was because I'm pretty sure in the movie he drinks his own pee. That's why I brought that up.
Really?
Okay, hold on. Have you guys ever heard the podcast "The Worst Idea of All Time"?
No.
I've seen it. Like, I haven't heard it, but I've seen like the title somewhere.
Okay, so I listened to it once. It's hilarious, that premise. These guys, it's like two guys that are like, all right, so we're going to watch Grown Ups 2. We've never seen it. We're going to watch Grown Ups 2 every single day for a year and give like an analysis on it. Like every day how we feel about it. And I listened to the first like 4 episodes and I was like, oh my God. They hated it initially. And then by episode 4, they're like, I kind of liked the part where like, and they kept like, it was
At the end, they're just like saying the lines. They're recording while they're saying the lines with the fucking movie.
they wouldn't even need to watch the movie after like day 400.
Yeah, like an in-depth
212.
analysis. I feel like this is symbolism
Yeah,
for something.
Summer, I thought it was a year. You're like after day 400.
I know, I didn't know that.
Because there's 500 days of summer, so there's got to be a lot more days in a year.
There you go.
Aha!
Yeah, full circle.
Yeah, I would have blew my brains out if I was a part of that thing. Be like, we're watching this movie every day for a fucking year.
I'm not gonna lie, I've watched that movie quite a bit.
I watched
There was
Shrek more than every day.
There was a time. Let me tell
For
you. Let me
years.
explain for a second. There was a time when I didn't have cable. I was like David in his childhood, and
Yeah.
I had a laptop and an external hard drive that had a bunch of pirated movies on it, or Captain Jack Sparrow movies as I call them, and yeah, that was one of them, and I watched it quite a bit. Yeah, because I didn't have a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I had all of the I Love Lucy shows. So
Oh my God, that's such a great.
yeah,
show.
I've seen every single episode because I got the whole thing.
Yeah, me and my sister, we quote I Love Lucy a lot. And, like, there's a few
You
things
talking
that are
about
like-
my sister?
No, my sister.
Oh, okay. Because my sister actually loves I Love Lucy.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't call.
Are you confusing your sister with
So he
mine?
does that sometimes.
No, he doesn't call. Yeah, he calls our mom and stuff. But, no, he calls Jessica his wife. So
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
it's me and my wife.
Wait, how the hell did we... I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know. We were talking about I Love Lucy.
Yeah. There's the episode where Ricky was making rice or whatever, and he doesn't really know how. He's like, yeah, I'm not quite sure. Like, you think one cup per
1
pound?
cup per person or 1 pound per
Yeah,
person.
1 cup per pound.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
What the?
It's so fucking funny, dude.
It's so great. It like blows up. Do you remember when she was making bread and it like she adds a ton of yeast?
Oh yeah, and it just keeps coming out.
She's like, it's awesome.
It's so great, man.
We
Classic.
just need to, let's just talk about every episode of I Love Lucy.
That's
That's what the rest of the show is gonna be.
Yeah.
Remember that one, the Harpo Marx one? That one's got to be my favorite. The
With
one where
the-
they marry each other. Yeah.
The Marx Brothers, yeah. That one is hilarious. So what?
Oh, so what? Huh?
Sorry.
We have a thing about the Candyman remake that's supposedly coming out in June 2020 is a projection date that they're trying to go for. It's going to be co-written by Jordan Peele, right?
Yes. The guy from Get Out, right?
Yeah, the director who did that.
Yeah.
He was also obviously a part of Key and Peele. So
I love Key and Peele.
they interviewed Tony Todd recently, and he was giving his feedback about like what are they going to do? Like, how does he feel about this remake? He definitely wants to be a part of it.
Yeah. He played Candyman, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, he's like, they're thinking about, I don't know if it was necessarily leaked, but they were discussing about how the premise of the new sequel or the remake would be, and they said it's going to be a bit more of taking place in Chicago back in the original did, showing the streets of Chicago how it's like all gentrified now, and just he's like, yeah, Candyman needs a bit more to show up in these fucking bullshit ass streets and like serve some justice. I was like, all right.
What is the
So-
Candyman? I've
Yeah,
never
I don't know
that's,
what they're
I was
talking about
actually just gonna say that. Pierce, you don't remember the Candyman?
Maybe.
It was a horror. Okay, this is what I remember.
Should
it
I
was a
bring it
horror
up?
It was a
Yeah.
horror movie.
In the night.
And I remember this one scene, and it might not even be from this fucking movie, to tell you the truth.
Oh,
You
I
remember
remember
that,
the
Pierce?
scene. I remember the scene.
Yes. So the scene I remember, and it honestly might not even be from this movie, but there's somebody in a bathtub, and then they like kiss somebody else, and then like there's like a spider in their mouth or
Oh.
some shit like that. Does that scene?
I
ring
remember
a bell to you?
this. This is all I remember. I remember the bees coming out of his mouth and stuff.
Yeah, David.
I
Does
don't
the,
need
the
to
scene that I
know
just
about
said,
that.
David? Does that remind you of anything, David? The scene I just
remember
outlined?
watching this movie like when I was a kid, and I kind of got terrified of it because of all the the shit. So I kind of don't really quite remember.
I remember we
Yeah.
used
All the
to.
shit.
coming out of the
We
mouth.
used to stand in, and David, this would be a perfect topic for your show. Actually, we used to stand and look in the mirror and say "Candyman" 3 times, or what's the other one?
Bloody
The other,
Mary.
what is it?
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. Bloody
Yeah,
Mary.
Bloody Mary.
I was like, what?
I'm like, I said it.
Beetlejuice.
I'm not gonna say it. Look at my shirt.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. That is
David
very
looks
cool.
like Beetlejuice right now, actually.
Well done. He was prepared for this scene to come.
Just say my name 3 times.
All you gotta do is say my name 3 times. I'm out of here. I'm actually excited for that one too. Are they still making it? I don't know. I looked it up.
Hopefully.
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about.
I'd love
it.
another Beetlejuice movie.
Yeah,
Any-
that'd be a good one.
But the premise that they originally outlined was fucking stupid. Like you meet his brother or his cousin Beetle Barry, and I was like, what the
Oh.
fuck is that, dude? No, that's
No.
dumb. Nope. Hard pass. That's probably why they didn't make it.
Weird.
Anyway, David, what else you got?
Discussing Kevin Hart's tweets and how he pulled out of the Oscars, hosting the Oscars this up next year, whatever.
Okay. I heard about that.
Yeah, apparently he had someone, whoever the fuck, dug up his old tweets from '09. They were like rather, homophobic or whatever. And the Oscars was like, you can apologize and we'll still have you on, or you could just step down. So he ended up apologizing, but still stepped down. And his reason,
So, sorry, go ahead. His reason what?
his reasoning behind it, like he still apologized, but still stepped down because he knew that even if he apologized and stayed with hosting the Oscars, that there would have been so much controversy with him still being a part of it, and he didn't want
Yeah.
that kind of pressure on him because it would take away from the whole point of
The night.
yeah. So he's like, you know what? I'll apologize and still step down. I'm like,
Have they
well,
found
yeah,
someone else yet?
I don't think so.
No, and they actually didn't have anybody initially, and then somebody commented on it. Like this news site was commenting on how they still don't have anybody, and like the very next day they booked Kevin Hart, and then 2 fucking days later Kevin Hart.
So
stepped down.
why are people only like bringing this up now if it was from 2009?
Well, see, it's the same. It's a James Gunn thing all over
Yeah.
again, dude.
Like
It's,
any have that was like, in the past that was either a joke or was like offensive or whatever.
yeah.
Like people are bringing it up and be like, here, they fuck your career, like fuck your next.
People
step.
are just like digging up dirt.
yeah.
Well,
dude.
the thing is with Kevin Hart, he didn't really apologize. Like the video he released was like, I've addressed this before. This you guys need to move forward. You need to stop pulling up old stuff. I've had these conversations before. Instead of putting the energy in pulling up my old tweets, look for the ones that was a response to these questions about this specific tweet and stuff like that. And he just like said it, but he didn't really apologize after it. And then he said, I'm gonna step down to the academy, whatever. Thanks and everything. But it was like a really like passive aggressive way of getting around it. I'm not saying it was like a problem. Like I don't know how he addressed it before, but he kind of made the decision to pull out of it.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like it's weird with the stage of the internet now, because back in the day, if you didn't like something, you just fucking wouldn't watch it. And now like
People-
now they're
to ruin it for other people, kind of
Yeah.
thing. They're really like going out, like getting this mob together, and they're like, No. Like again, like with the fucking offensive Christmas songs. People are pissed off about. I'm like,
Did you say what'd you say? Rudolph?
Yeah, Rudolph.
So
People-
no, yeah,
Yeah.
they're saying Rudolph is condoning bullying and it's like racist or something like
Wait,
that now.
I thought Rudolph was the one that got bullied.
They're
Yeah.
yes, but the episode or the show itself. So they're trying to pull Rudolph now. I don't think it's a song, but they're trying to pull Rudolph.
It was always creepy anyway.
So somebody at my work, I don't know if they saw this on a tweet or whatever, but they were like, "How long until the tweakers start getting offensive or getting offended for that song? All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth." But yeah.
I feel like there's like I feel like I should go remove my tweet from yesterday.
What'd
I
you
just
put?
like I just posted like there's nothing that makes you feel like living or I don't even remember like there's nothing like a small town to make you feel like you dated way too many people. And I'm like, who's gonna use that against me in 10
Yeah.
years?
Keep it.
So the thing is, if your podcast gets gigantic, all you do is
Thank you.
you delete it and then you start a new one. That's it.
Yeah. Just burn the bridge. Like, yeah, remember
People
Rick and
archive
Morty?
that shit though. People
When he
like
burns-
download tweets en masse so that they can bring up old tweets from people.
Yeah.
True.
It's crazy. No, like, don't they have anything better to do?
No, they don't.
Energy doing something productive.
No, like I literally
They're like
posted something.
paparazzi.
Right. I posted something on Imgur just literally because I needed to like use the URL for like I was just trying to do a quick like picture the URL, right? Like just post it on Imgur and then I could use the URL for like a cover picture for something. So I like was like, oh, this is a good way to like just say that I'm launching a podcast for national parks. And like within like 5 minutes, I had like 20 people that were like just bashing on the podcast that were just like,
Holy shit.
like, yeah, like this idea has already been done. You shouldn't do
What?
this. Like you're just using this for self-promotion. If you really wanted to like fall back in love with America, you wouldn't try to make it like a thing where you're sharing it with people. Like I was
Yeah.
like, oh, y'all are my
Haters.
people.
Hey, let's post on there and get some real feedback.
I was like, okay.
Our idea hasn't been done before because we don't even know what the fuck we're doing. So.
Yeah.
Can't say we're
Josh,
copying
we
if you
couldn't
don't-
say
we-
nothing.
Can't say we're copying anyone if we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody knows what they're doing though. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I was
great.
like, oh,
We
okay.
really didn't know what we were doing in season 1.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we
I
look
know.
back on season 2 and we're like, man, we really sucked back then, didn't we?
Right? That fucking show sucked.
Yeah. And half
I'm
of
enjoying
the stuff is expensive and shit, so we get pulled real quick.
So David, you were mentioning some Christmas songs, and I actually have a top 10 for you guys. Can I do it?
Let's do it.
No.
We have time? We have time for me to do it?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So, like you guys know, sometimes I'll pull out a list of the top 10 and I'll have you guys go around a couple rounds to see if you guys can guess what the things are in the top 10. You guys ready for this
I'm
one?
ready.
Topic.
Okay, this is according to the top10s.com, and the topic is top 10 most overplayed Christmas movies. The ones you're fucking
Christmas-
sick of.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the
Christmas Story.
songs.
No,
Oh, yeah,
Damn.
Christmas Story.
overplayed Christmas
100%.
movies. Okay, so we're going to start with Summer. Summer,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh,
A
my
Christmas
God.
Story? Yeah, that's number 1. Good job. Gee, already.
Game over.
Heuristic number 1.
Sorry.
All right,
All right,
game
bye.
over. Way to go. All right, let's see. Go ahead, David. What do you got?
The Godfather.
The Godfather is not on the top 10 list. Let's see. No, The Godfather
I
doesn't
know another one.
top 14. So Pierce, go ahead.
So it's like of all time.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
The movie started.
Home Alone
Yes.
is definitely here at number 8.
Yes.
Home Alone is number 8.
I was
Summer,
getting
back to you.
anxious.
Die Hard.
Damn it! I was
Die
gonna guess.
Hard. Die Hard's not a Christmas movie.
What it is.
I have previously seen Die Hard on the list, like different lists that I
It is a Christmas movie.
But not this
on
list.
this list. No, actually, on the roast of Bruce Willis, he officially said it was not a Christmas movie. So, David, you're
Ooh.
wrong. David, go ahead.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas, I think, is ranked 10. Yep, number 10 in this list. Good
Oh,
job.
gosh.
Pierce, go ahead, Pierce.
What's the one with Tim Allen?
The Santa Claus?
Yeah, that one.
Santa Claus is also not on here, surprisingly.
Ah.
Wow. All right, how about one more go around? You guys have ideas for one more?
I just
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is ranked number 4. Good job.
I'm gonna get
Only
pulled.
one.
So offensive.
All right.
Won't be
David,
on
go
there next
ahead.
year.
One last guess, David.
Elf.
Elf is
Ooh.
ranked number 5. Good job.
Ooh.
How can
Ooh,
anyone get sick of that movie? That movie's fucking
Right.
amazing.
No, it's great.
Pierce, wrap it up.
The Grinch?
What do you got?
Smiley's the best.
The Grinch. Pierce comes in with the
Oh,
Grinch at number
yeah.
3.
I love the Grinch. That one's like
Yeah,
the
that one's
best,
good.
but it has to be like the actual like
Live action one.
One, the live action. Or
Yeah.
the,
the live action.
The I'm an
or
idiot.
this card.
You're an
Oh my
idiot.
God.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. So
socks,
it
like,
is.
crawl
It is
away.
the live action, and so many people hate the
Yeah.
live action,
I
but
love it.
I love it.
Oh,
I
I,
love
thought
it.
it was
I don't
great.
know. I don't know. I love it.
Well,
By the way, the regular Grinch animated film is fucking killing it in the box office right now.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Is it
I
out
was
right
like,
now?
why are they remaking this?
So
No, they fucking love. It's got Benedict Cumberbatch too. Maybe that's
Oh.
why, because he's got some pull. Because he's
Good voice.
huh?
He
Yeah,
did-
he's doing
he
the
did-
voice. Yeah, he's Doctor Strange. For those of you who don't know him by name, he plays Doctor Strange in the Marvel movies. But yeah,
Or Sherlock,
Sherlock,
Holmes,
yeah.
if
for Sherlock Holmes.
you're into that stuff. Or
So
the
anyway, let's start. I have 14 here, so let's start with all 14. So number 14 is the Gremlins, which I really don't remember. That's a
Wait, the
Christmas movie?
Is that a Christmas movie?
the
I don't
80s.
remember that
Gremlin?
being
Yeah.
Christmas.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
no.
up here. It is here. All right. Anyway, number 13 is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. You guys remember that one? It's like a stop motion puppet movie. No, it's a pretty good movie. He's like
He's coming to town. Yeah, we get it. Whatever.
yeah.
He's
I don't know what's
he's
happening.
Santa.
one
He's-
foot in front
he-
of the other.
He's,
You don't remember
he's
that?
coming to town. He's Santa.
Yeah.
Interdimensional cable.
Morty, he's Santa Claus, and Morty, he's coming to town. Morty.
This is
All right.
homeless guy help out every year.
A Christmas Carol is number 12. It's the one from 2009 with Jim Carrey. So Jim Carrey made this list
Wait,
twice.
what?
I think. A
There's
Christmas
Jim
Carol.
Carrey, a Christmas
Yeah, it's a 3D animated.
Oh
one.
yeah.
It's a
I
pretty
don't
good.
know about
It's a
that.
pretty good film too, but it doesn't get played that often.
They're like
I prefer the
Uh,
yeah.
version.
So for this, I'm gonna need Pierce to do an impression on this
Oh,
one.
great.
Number 11
Oh,
is
no.
Jingle All the Way. Come on, why didn't you say this one? Go ahead, Pierce,
I
let
don't
me get one.
Oh god. Jingle all the way.
Cookies. Who said you could have my cookies?
Put my cookie down now.
Is that really
Uh,
overplayed or overwatched?
Hello to
It's
my
a-
little cookie.
I feel like nobody knows about that.
It's ranked at number 11. You know who I do love from that movie though?
With Turbo Man
Uh,
doll.
Phil Hartman is somebody that you just fucking love to hate in that movie, man.
Yeah,
Phil
dude.
Hartman. You know who that is, Pierce? Remember the guy who
I will.
who's always talking to his
His
wife?
This guy?
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, his wife killed him.
He also, yeah, his wife killed him. That lady right there.
Whoa.
Way to bring it down, David.
In real life?
Yeah, in
Yes.
real life.
Dead, dude.
Well, he was, shot him while he was sleeping.
When his
So
wife killed-
Speaking of Christmas, but yeah, anyway, he for The Simpsons, he's hi, I'm Troy McClure.
Troy McClure.
that's
Lionel
Phil
Hutz.
Hartman?
Lionel Hutz. Yeah, that's
Who's the other guy? Remember the monorail?
I know that.
Monorail. Yeah, Langley, something Lyle Langley or something.
Lyle
like
Langley, yeah. Yeah, they did
We're-
a couple other voices as well.
We're big time Simpsons fans, by the way. Summer, I don't know if you know. If you ask us, for me anyway, anything about The Office, you could ask me an Office question right now. I'm sure I'll know the answer. Simpsons, between me and David, will have the answer for sure.
That used to be
And
me with
what
Scrubs.
episode? What season and episode did Michael and Holly get engaged?
Get engaged. Okay, so that was before he left. That's season 7. And I'm guessing episode 20.
I don't have the answer.
I feel like it's like 2 or 3 episodes before the end of season 7.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I feel like that's
It's
right.
like 2022, I
Didn't
think it was.
he get engaged when they decided to leave?
Yeah, like right as they decided to leave,
Yeah,
when he
okay.
was with the candles, he was gonna. Remember, he poured gasoline in the parking lot, and he was gonna in fire. He's like covered in. Hey, Pam, can you light this because it's all over my hands and shoes and pants? Fucking dumbass. I love that movie. So that TV show so much. It's my life. That show.
I'm like in the gym, like just like working out and just laughing with my like head tossed back, laughing
Good.
on the elliptical.
I think we're done alternating guests. You're just gonna be permanently on this show. Your love for The Office is a deciding factor. Number 10, as we stated before, was Nightmare Before Christmas. What's the quote from that?
Surprise!
Frog's breath.
I knew you would. Be.
Nothing. Well, go ahead, David. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Did
interrupt.
it. You interrupted too. It's too late.
Yeah,
now.
we both did it at the same time, so nobody heard it.
Nope. Sorry.
All right, moving on.
All right, anyway.
Wait, this one.
Number 9, which I'm surprised about, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Nobody?
Oh, of course it is. Absolutely it
Hey,
is.
Griswold, where are you going to put that tree? Why don't you bend over and I'll show you? Or, right? Come on.
We used to watch that. I mean, like a long time ago, but yes. With the bikini scene, my mom would always be so uncomfortable when he would like fantasize that girl. She'd be like, "Oh Lord!"
Like 2 fingers. She was so uncomfortable. She put 2 fingers on her nose.
Yeah, she would just.
You would
tap.
cover your eyes. She's like, no, you're
No,
not.
definitely. My dad used
Why-
to literally, anytime there was a sex scene, he would say, "Don't worry, they're married." Like,
Oh, yeah, that makes it all better.
Remember
Yeah.
seeing a witch?
Number 8 is Home Alone, as Pierce said. What's one from that?
Look what you did, you little jerk.
man, you guys are.
Hold on.
I'm
I
not
got
good
it.
at this.
Hold on.
Hold on. What's that fuck? Oh my God, what's the thing?
He's like,
Merry Christmas, you
I
filthy
believe you.
animal.
Oh
That's
yeah,
But my Tommy gun don't. Yeah.
I can do the gun sound.
I'm going to give you the count of 3 to get your lousy, no good. I don't remember the rest of it. Anyway.
Yes.
1, 3.
Number seven, which I maybe if you gave me a long time to think about, I would have thought about. It's a Wonderful Life.
Right, of course.
Jimmy-
Every time the bell rings,
Gosh!
it's a
Oh
sweet.
gosh!
I know that one.
Yeah. Number 6, Frosty the Snowman. Happy birthday! I feel like that was a great impression, by the way. Watch the show. Come back and watch this. You'll believe that too. Anyway,
So the snowman on Frozen.
Frosty the Snowman.
I feel like,
What'd you say?
I feel like that's also the snowman on Frozen. It sounded like his voice.
Olaf?
Yeah, did that sound like Olaf?
Buzz. No, I think he has a higher voice. What about Elf? I love Smiling. Smiling is my favorite.
I said that earlier.
This is the best coffee
You said
in
that
the
on our
world.
last episode.
That's
Wait,
so-
you say it on this one?
I
Yeah,
said
you
on this.
just said it. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Thank you so much.
That shows you how much I pay attention to David.
Yeah,
I found so much gum everywhere.
Oh yeah, he's just like pulling the gum down. Santa, I know him.
The escalator. Oh,
Number
great.
4 is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I don't remember. I remember the song, but I don't remember the
Remember it being so offensive.
It was so creepy.
Number 3, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, and that's the one. Yeah. Hold on.
I was ready.
Hold on. What does he say? So they want to get to know me, do they? Want to spend a little quality time with the Grinch? Well, I guess I could use a little social interaction.
And he's like,
That's all
too
I
much too soon with the fudge.
Number 2, Polar Express.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
ha, ha.
definitely.
Come on,
we got
guys.
it. Ha, ha. Oh, we got it. That was
Yeah, totally. I'm there with you. Yeah.
oh, we got
I've never seen that one, so I'm just gonna take your word for it.
It's good. Actually,
it. Interview.
David, one of the voices on there is fucking Mandark. Ha 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 ha. Remember Mandark from Dexter's Lab?
I do.
Oh, wow, flash.
One of
The
the
bald guy.
kids on Polar Express is the fucking voice of Mandark. Well,
It's
I mean,
Dexter's
I only know that
nemesis.
based off of hearing. I've never verified that, but it's totally him.
It's also Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
main
Tom
voice.
Hanks. Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Autumn Shank.
Autumn Shank.
Autumn Shank. Yeah, he does
Apu.
the voice in there too. Yeah.
Let's
And
give
then
it
number 1 Christmas Story.
Apu.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Who needs the Quickie Mart? Not
Wait.
me.
The story. Only I didn't say fudge.
I actually
I
have.
don't
a
remember Christmas
great-
Story at all. Not gonna lie.
What
Guys,
do you got,
I remember
Summer?
he had like a
Shut up.
Red Rider.
Shut up, Josh. Summer's trying to talk
No, I just have a really great story about a Christmas story. Okay, so
Go ahead.
about that story.
Is
about
it a
the
Christmas story?
Yes, it's kind of. So it's more phallic. So
What?
All right, let's get it interesting.
Did
I thought
something
that'd pique your interest.
Nothing.
Well, I had a straw in my mouth.
Penis.
I'm glad you
Sorry
did.
what happened to you, but
All
we
right.
stuff
3
here.
years ago, 3 years ago, I was gonna make these cookies that were like sugar cookies, but I was gonna like have them shaped in the shoe lamp, right? This ends well. And so I was going to bake them at my boyfriend's at the time's house. And she was like, no, like I'm preparing for Christmas. Like you can't cook here. And I was like, all right, fine. So I go to my dad's and we bake these cookies. And with the extra ones, we just make little sugar cookies. And they had too much like butter and fat in them, I guess. And they swole up. And I made dick cookies with that. I was like, they came out of the oven. And I was like, oh my god!
Yeah, like, how did the cookies come out?
Summer.
So I still brought them over to my boyfriend's house, and I was like, "You guys, I made dick cookies for Christmas." And they literally introduced everybody into the house. Like they'd come in and they'd be like, "Hey, Merry Christmas!" Dude, so Summer made dick cookies. And like everybody was like, "This is awesome! Dick cookies for Christmas." It's true.
So do you bake?
Put a dick
Did
in
you
your
bake
mouth.
anything after that? Have you ever
I
baked?
mean, yeah, but not in the shape of anything at all.
Well, it's all very specific. Round. Square.
Round piece. Yeah, that's all for me.
She
Yeah,
just
I posted
she,
on
all she
Instagram.
does is just ball it up, and then it just comes out in the shape like that.
Just like,
There's nothing you can do.
Magical
They
dick
weren't
hand.
like cookie cutted; they were just balled up, and then boom, dick cookies.
Every time.
Like every time she opens up the oven, it's just another dick. Like, God damn it!
How did, this
Yeah,
is
there's-
lasagna.
I can't have any of those. I'm allergic to that. What'd you say, Dave?
So, God damn it, this is lasagna.
Oh man, how did this happen?
Here's really been stepping it up these last couple episodes.
Yeah,
I
man.
just gotta give him credit. We've corrupted him. He used to be this innocent little kid. All he knew was math. And now look at him.
Much.
Before the
He knew 50 fucking digits of pi.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode.
That was a weird silence after I said that. I need to stop drinking because as soon as I drink, it just gets awkwardly
we were
quiet.
just all impressed. It wasn't awkward. We were just
I have a clip. I'll send you the clip. Pierce, I just sprung this on him out of nowhere. He covers his eyes and recites, I think it was 40 to be fair, but 40 digits of pi straight. And I verified it. I had to verify it after the fact. And yeah, he got them all.
like me with this episode on The Office.
It's because his name, the first two letters of his name are pi. So I think that's what
Oh,
it is. And the
snap.
first three letters.
I know everything about the season of summer.
So it's Pyres?
Fire.
Pyres, yeah.
Pyres? Pronouncing words incorrectly.
What the fuck? Are you having a stroke right now?
No, it's from like a Vine.
Yeah, thank you, Pierce.
You're welcome.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
That's
I
my
love
stroke
Vines.
side.
Stroke side.
We need more Vine references here.
Surprise,
Welcome
motherfucker.
2014.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
I don't want to do that. David.
What?
This is your show, man.
Yeah, I was gonna
You're
do
waiting
it.
for me to transition.
No, I was going to do it, and you just fucking interrupted me. I'm like, what do you want? Shut up. Shut.
Zip it.
Seriously. So I guess recently, a couple days ago, they had Hugh Hefner's stuff was auctioned off at the Playboy Mansion, I'm assuming.
About the house.
I don't know about the house. Would you say the house or the hose?
The house.
What about the hose?
What about the hose? Did they get a good home?
Did they rehome the house?
The thing that took in the most money, it took in $162,500 was his original
Smoking jacket.
Underwood typewriter. Pierce.
Oh, shit,
Put up that
yeah.
picture
Dude,
Oh.
of
typewriter.
typewriter. Man.
I was like,
It's so-
typewriter?
That'd be awesome.
So, David, I don't know if you had this planned.
No.
Oh, shit.
I have what
Dude,
plan?
that's killer. So he was typing on that for like the original back in the Disney.
Ever since the 1950s. Obviously, that typewriter is an old model from the,
That's
from the
amazing.
30s, I believe.
Hey, you know what's really weird? How did he get the font on the top of that?
Let me
With that
let me
typewriter.
just zoom
I
in
don't
so they can see it.
You know what I mean? Because that looks like something new. And then he's got that old typewriter with that brand new font up top.
The fuck?
Something fishy.
How you are,
It
You-
looks
you
like
doing?
he printed out a business card and just like put it on top of the typewriter.
right? Yeah, I'm just gonna put it right here. So I have two things to talk about with this. Number one, Did you hear about the ring that got auctioned off?
It was a gold ring with a black onyx stone that opened up, and it had a Viagra pill in
A
it.
Viagra pill.
No
He always
way.
had one on his hand. He was just like,
That
gotta pop
is
this Viagra.
legendary.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So there's one more thing I have to talk about. So back in the day, he got wind that people might, get into his shit, like, get into his house and find his collections and shit. So he had videos, like fucking thousands of videos of him having sex with all of his Playboy bunnies and shit. He had photos of like orgies with celebrities and all kinds of shit. He had all of this stuff. It was put into a coffin. It was filled with cement and dropped in the ocean.
What a waste.
What?
Right? I want to see these.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like he had all of it destroyed.
Wow.
And he didn't even have it like incinerated. He was like, fuck that shit. It's all fucking being covered in cement and
He
dropped.
just watched it be covered in cement too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He just thought it was gonna ruin his image. Yeah. It was like back in the day though when, I guess your image could still be ruined. But yeah, it was
Even
back
more
in the
so,
day.
I feel.
He was really, really worried about what could happen if it leaked out. So yeah, he fucking got it
That's some
destroyed.
good guy shit.
Yeah, your image can be ruined now by saying anything.
Yeah, now you'd have to dump your hard drive into a coffin.
Now
All
you
hard
brought
drive.
it. Now you brought up Trump.
Trump, yeah.
You'd have to trump your hard drive.
Just give it to the Russians, and if that's the case. I
Right.
didn't have anything to do with it, I swear. All right, Smash Brothers just released.
Yes.
Everyone fucking
Smash Brothers.
feed is like talking about it. Pierce, what you
I
got?
have unlocked most of the characters already. So
You're already playing it?
I'm already playing it. It got released on the 7th.
Yeah.
So it got released 2 days ago. I bought the Switch when it came out because I was waiting for Smash to come out. So this
You're
is
waiting
like
to
2 years ago, I want to say. I bought the Switch just waiting for Smash to come out. But I played Breath of the Wild. That was pretty good. But Smash is like my all-time favorite game, I want to say. So I'm trying to get good at it, and so far I've beat one person online. Everybody else has just kicked my ass.
What the fuck, man?
Wait,
you always used to beat the shit out of me.
People
on
are
that
so
game.
good. People are really, really good online.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
That
crazy. It's really cool because like when you beat people, you collect their tags, and so like you have this whole like thing that's like your little kill list, and I only have one person in mine.
It's like dog tag.
And then I looked it up. I played against like 20 different people because you could like see all your stats. I played against like 20 different people, and I've only beat one of them.
Damn.
It's pretty sad.
For how much you kill it on your other
Pierce,
games,
like,
man. You really suck at
one.
Super Smash Brothers.
Well, I sucked at Overwatch when I started, so it just takes
So
some
you're
practice.
just gonna get it in no time, is what you're saying.
So I'm gonna keep at it. I'm gonna keep practicing. I'm gonna look
Yeah.
up guides. I'm gonna watch professional players, and then I'm gonna be one of the best Smash players ever.
There's your life advice from Pierce.
There you go.
I think we should just all do this when we talk. I just got something to talk about right now.
Hold up.
Hold up.
So bubbly. Because of the delay, too, a little bit.
It's a really good game though. So I've been playing like there's like a story mode and there's a classic mode. I've just been trying to unlock all the characters. So that's what I've been doing with all my free time.
Are you smashing
How
it?
much?
How much?
Yeah,
what?
you smashing?
What did you say? All your smashing time?
Are you smashing it?
Oh, damn.
Smashing it.
It's the only pun I've got.
No, it was good. It was good. It was good. They
Yeah.
call us the Smash Brothers, by the way. So that's a different site for a different time.
That's buried under the ocean.
Damn. There you go, Summer.
There you go.
Yeah, good callback. Holy shit.
Yeah. Wow. Bringing it
All right.
way back.
But yeah, have you had a chance to play the game yet, David?
David doesn't have money.
No,
David,
I have not.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, but he has friends that he mooches off. So
David doesn't have friends.
true.
Yeah, that's right. I gotta
Never mind that we
Keep
asked.
telling this. It's cool, Pierce.
When we get sponsored, I'll buy you a switch.
I mean, he lives in a closet, so.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I know people. Let me tell you, just because you said that, so many people are gonna appreciate it. That's a season 1 callback, I think.
So
It is.
we need another highlight reel of when people ask him, "Hey, is that a closet?"
We do.
It literally looks like a mop closet, specifically, like a janitor
You could do my best
specifically a
impression.
janitor.
There's a mop sink right below him.
He's in a fucking insane asylum right now. Just in the corner. But yeah, so everybody, there you go, perfect.
Can we gift that?
Yeah, we need to. Man, you're right, David. It is always you. I think all of our clips are you.
Yeah, it's so funny because you try so hard to be so funny and like get the show notice, and then I just come here and unprepared, say stupid shit, and it's like the greatest thing ever. It's hilarious to me.
Just look.
Not to be too full of himself.
All you gotta do is just look stupid, and it's funny. And you do that every time.
You mean I just look? That's it. Pierce. Josh, what do you got for new on Netflix and Hulu? You got anything?
I actually do. So there's a show I've been watching on Hulu. Let me start
I
with
have
that.
one too.
I've got one too.
Community. Have you guys ever seen Community?
No.
Is
Yes,
that on Netflix
Summer,
or Hulu?
Summer.
Yeah.
So Summer.
A
I'm only on
long time
episode 3. But it's got Joel McHale on it, who's funny as fuck. It's
got a guy named Pierce.
And I like meet in the library all the
Yes.
time.
So, dude, Chevy Chase plays Pierce. A guy named Pierce. Chevy Chase.
And there's like no one ever named
what's
Pierce.
that?
So
What's that
pretty
girl
good.
from Love on Netflix? She's pretty cute. Jillian Jacobs, I think her name is. She's on that show. Donald Glover is on the show.
Donald Glover's on that show, right?
And there's another girl.
It's from a while ago.
Ellie. I don't know. She was from that movie. Never mind. I don't remember the movie. Anyway,
We'll show a picture.
what are we doing? We showing the cast of Community?
Pierce is
Hey,
looking.
there they are. Yeah. Hey, Pierce is really stepping it up.
I know.
So the girl on the far left, Allison Brie. As soon as I saw her name or her face, I remembered her name. So Allison Brie. There's the girl from in the center, the black woman, African American woman right there. She's from Drake and Josh. I don't remember her name. Ken Jeong. He just
a lot
started.
of good stuff.
Top right hand side. The guy in the bottom right, super funny. He plays a guy with Asperger's, and he's fucking hilarious in this show.
Disease, right?
Over there. But yeah, dude, this show's hilarious. I'm only on episode 3, but I'm already in love with it. I can't
That's a
believe
good
I
show.
haven't watched it before.
Is it
Is it
I
on
only
Hulu or
watched a little
Netflix?
You've only watched it what? Sorry.
Hulu.
I've only watched a couple of episodes with like an ex a long time ago,
Oh.
and I remember it being really funny.
Was
but
it in
that
that?
was it. Like,
Was in that? It was in that small town where you date everybody or
yeah,
whatever.
where I've dated half of the population.
Well, when you're in a park, there's only so many
Yeah.
people to choose from.
Right, when you're in a play park.
Just swinging with people. Anyway,
Marbles later. Like, boop.
yeah, it's on Hulu. And
Marbles.
It's a fucking great show. So let's go to Summer since we're going clockwise. Summer, what's your Hulu show that you
Yeah,
have?
I've got a great one. Okay, so this is called One Strange Rock, and Will Smith is the narrator, and it says told from perspectives of astronauts, and it's like documentary
Sorry,
style.
how? What?
Yes, it is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as told from space. No, it's actually that would be awesome.
Oh, I was like, you
That's
sold
the
me on
only
it.
way he's gonna visit Uncle Phil.
Yes.
Oh,
that was
God.
dark.
That whole
That was
thing.
dark. Was that too dark?
Well, that was.
Never
I was
Some of
still
us still-
caught up on knowing the whole thing back in the day. Anyway, no, you guys though. So it's like as. What were you saying?
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're listening to you.
It's
I got it. I'm good.
it's like planet Earth,
I'm listening.
but like as told through space, like astronauts.
Okay.
So like they like interviewed like 6 or 7 astronauts, and cumulatively they've spent over 1,000 hours in space, and they talk about how strange Earth is, and then they like zoom into different parts, like the Amazon.
So it's a documentary?
Yeah, but it's like
Oh.
1 hour. Like it's like an hour and 15 minutes. But like literally, guys, like the desert, the Sahara Desert, like moves over the ocean. Like the sand, like parts of it will move over the ocean and drop over. I'm explaining this terribly, but it drops over the Amazon and like literally causes decomposition in the Amazon. And then like you have to watch it. It's really, really incredible. I was like, whoa, the whole time.
That's crazy to
Hulu?
see. You know, the whole.
Hulu.
That's crazy to see the whole flat Earth from that high. You know, I really want to see it.
You like really drop off the edge at the end.
See
Really
that,
want to see that.
that meme? It was posted on like on Facebook or something like that. It was like the Flat Earth Society. It's like Flat Earth Society has members all around the globe, and then NASA replied, "It's like say that again, but slowly."
Try to really think about that.
Yeah, Pierce, what do you got on Hulu?
So not Hulu, but Netflix.
okay. Go ahead.
What you got?
So a thing just came out today, Mowgli. So we were talking about a long time ago when they had Jungle Book and Mowgli both in the works, and then the Jungle Book came out, and then everyone was like, okay, well, why are they releasing Mowgli since they're like both the same story? Well, Mowgli is like more based apparently like on the book or something, and it is really really good. It's not like PG. There's like a lot of like action and blood and stuff, but it's like it's really good. It's not the Jungle Book story at all. It's like has the same characters, but it's like way different, and it's really good though. I finished it today, and I was like, wow, this is way better than the Jungle Book, like the live action one.
Even the John Favreau one.
That's a bold statement.
It was better than the live action one. I didn't like Mowgli in the live action one. I didn't think they casted it right.
Oh yeah.
Does it make Mowgli like more of like a human? Because like I feel like they didn't do a good job of making him relatable, like as somebody that like I couldn't.
He seem like he was like raised by wild animals or something like that? You know, it was weird.
I don't know. I didn't relate to that story.
He seemed really dull and like he seemed really like
it wasn't
out
it
of
was
it.
2-dimensional.
Yeah. But in this one,
I do
it was
agree
about
with you
Mowgli
guys,
mostly.
all jokes aside, I believe with you. I agree with you guys. I think that he aligned with the look more than the overall.
Yeah. But this one, like he had the voice for sure on this new one. But he was really good. Like the character development for him was really good, and it was focused on him, and it like felt like it, you know.
Well, I mean, it's called Mowgli. It better be focused on him.
But in the Jungle Book, like even though it's all about him, it doesn't feel like it's about him. It feels like it's about all the supporting charcharacters.
Well, I mean, you had Bill
about
Murray
the
in it.
Right. So all the other stars
it's like a whole
shined.
book about the jungle. What the fuck? It's supposed to be about Mowgli.
Yeah, it's really good. Check it out for
sure. Do they have the Bare Necessities song? Because that's
no,
the
there's
only
no
reason I watched
songs.
Jungle Book.
There's no songs. It's just a story. Yeah.
Oh, there's no music.
So it's not the Jungle Book if you're expecting that, but it's like what it's based off of. So it's it's a serious movie. Pretty crazy.
I really want to hear Christopher Walken do that song, King Louie. I want to be a man cub.
Hey, that was the wrong voice.
Hey,
hey,
John. What?
Oh
Okay.
my god, you guys are so good at voices.
I have something.
they do this all the time.
about
They have plenty of
on
practice.
on the note of Netflix. Okay, so anyway,
like good night, moon.
you guys ever
Moon.
watch?
Good night, cow jumping over the moon.
Over the
Please,
moon.
children,
Please,
scooch closer.
Much closer.
We can tell you again about the scooching.
Okay,
Can you make
anyway,
him sing the Bare Necessities real quick?
David?
Go.
That's all you, bro.
Wait, Bare Necessities with
Look for the
It's
bare
For
Bare
other
necessities.
dangerous recipes. Forget about your worries.
No.
in the voice.
He didn't tell you to fucking. She didn't tell
He
you to
just
fucking
sung
sing
it as David. No, sing it as Christopher Walken.
That's hard.
Go.
It's
Look
the
for the bare necessities.
the simple bare necessities.
Forget about.
Do you have to do the shrugging
About
to
the
make it work?
worries and the strife. I have to move my hands when I do it.
That was perfect. Everything I could have ever hoped for.
Bare necessities. Mother
Like both
nature's
of
recipes. It's the bare necessities of life.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
Anyway,
Look out,
have you guys ever watched? Have you ever guys watched a little show called
Just
Friends?
go with it.
oh
no,
my god,
yes.
I'm obsessed with Friends.
Are you? You
Yes.
watched it on Netflix.
Yes.
Did you hear about how it was going to be canceled from Netflix?
Good.
I love Friends.
You see her face? Let's take
won't
a
last.
second and look at her face.
It won't last.
So it spread as a rumor because it was supposed to end. So the contract with Netflix was coming to an end. But they re-signed and they used to pay $30 million for what's it called, for Friends, right? Guess what they're paying now?
10 million.
Wait, how much did they pay before?
30 million.
30 million. Now they pay 327 million.
Holy shit! What the fuck? Why? Nobody would pay that much.
I don't know.
That's how much they pay to like do new shows and like film it and everything.
Yeah. Not even.
Netflix is
I don't
now
know left field.
Netflix is
Good
now
guess, though.
paying over $100 million to license.
Okay, that's still
Friends.
ridiculous.
And I have not even watched one fucking episode of Friends on
Okay,
Netflix.
Guess what?
Not even one.
Jen, Michael Scott's girlfriend, is in Friends.
Really?
Jen?
Yeah, she makes appearance. She like has
You
Ross.
mean? Hold on. I'm a Pepper Potts Piper Potts you guys right now. Do you mean Jan?
Oh my god, you did. You mean Jan.
Yeah, Jan's in it. Okay, but Holly is who he marries. Spoilers, by the way.
I know, but I said.
Oh, now I don't want to watch the show.
People spoiled it so much for me.
David, let me tell you.
I know. I just started watching.
You
it,
love.
Yes,
I know. I know. I've been pushing. Okay, come back. I need to talk to you. All right, go fuck yourself. Anyway, this is supposed to be David's show. He's not even listening. David, so I pushed The Office on you so many times, and you love Parks and Rec. I'm telling you, you will love The Office because they are they are hand in hand, dude. Hand in hand.
Give you 3 words.
I'm
both
watching
from the
Parks
same
and Rec
company,
after.
oftentimes the same writers.
Yeah.
It's
No,
pretty
like I listened to Amy Poehler's autobiography.
Uh-huh.
And she like talks about how they wrote Parks and Rec basically after they watched the final season of The Office. It was the UK Office, but they were like all in tears and everything in the office and stuff. And like those writers were inspired to write Parks and Rec.
Yeah, there you go.
The Office is missing something that I love so much about Parks and Rec. It's 3 words.
Okay, hold on. Let me
Roberta
guess.
Ludgate.
Okay, I was gonna say her real name, but I didn't know her middle
So,
name.
Wait,
I am going to watch that after I finish The Office. That's my plan.
What's her name again?
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza. The girl who plays April Ludgate.
Oh my gosh. Okay, April Ludgate. I didn't hear what you said, but yes, I love April so much.
Wait, what'd you say her middle name was, by the way?
April Roberta Ludgate.
Oh, Roberta.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Hey,
He's
your
like,
middle
wait,
name's Roberta? The day they were getting married, remember? He's like, Roberta?
He's like,
Wait,
oh,
they get married? Spoilers.
Oh, yeah. You know, if you haven't watched a show by now,
Yeah.
then
I'm watching it after The Office because people tell me that about The Office.
Drew James says best show on Netflix has to be The Office. Thank you so much.
Get out
By
of here.
the way, there was somebody who I met today, Drew, who was you, basically, your clone. I just want to say that.
Well,
Anyway.
whatever. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
David, you didn't say your suggestion for Netflix.
Oh. Parks and Rec. Duh.
What
I
about
thought
Hulu?
we said new.
What about Hulu?
Hulu.
Do you watch Parks and Rec on Hulu or?
Terminator Salvation is on Hulu.
Hold on, wait. Do you use my sign-ons for both?
No, I use my sister's for Hulu.
Oh. And mine for Netflix?
Yes.
Okay, do you have Amazon Prime?
I do.
No, fuck Amazon.
Can we use your?
Yeah.
I do not
I don't
anymore,
have a login
starting
anymore.
a few
I
weeks from now.
Me too.
What'd you say,
'cause
Pierce?
was
I
using
said I do
it.
not anymore. Canceling soon.
I had my student one, so it was $49 a year. Like,
Yeah.
and I haven't been in school in forever, but I like had my.
No, I'm on the student one too. So.
Yeah. And like then they just told me next year it's gonna be 120, and I was
Oh,
like, what?
goodbye.
No,
Way
but
to
they
go.
have a
Not
great
worth it.
show.
Of course they would. Fucking Jeff Bezos is all about the money.
Look,
Yeah,
the only thing I could say is a benefit from Amazon Prime is Sneaky Pete. That fucking show is amazing. If you haven't watched Sneaky Pete, just watch it and then cancel your subscription before you pay them anything.
Wait,
That's all I gotta say.
and also hold on, and the Marvelous Miss Maisel.
I've seen first season.
How many awards have they fucking gotten? By
They
the way?
deserved that.
I was talking about that when it came out. Remember that? I was like, that
yeah.
show's really good.
Yeah, but you can pronounce it.
Super good.
I wasn't sure if I was pronouncing it right. That's what it was.
Am I
But
pronouncing?
I have not.
I don't know, I
seen
said
it.
Mysterious
I've
Miss
only heard it
Maisel, I
as Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Marvelous,
Pierce just said mysterious.
Mysterious Maisel.
So you're already wrong. But
The Marvelous Miss
I tried.
Maisel, I think is the one. But yeah. No, it's super good. Like
It's
it's
good.
like hilarious. It's like Mad Men if
It's about
it was
comedy,
like
so you guys
David, you
will.
like
feminist comedy.
Yeah, it's literally about stand up. It's about comedy, so you guys will love it.
No, yeah. And like the main woman is just hilarious.
And she does a great job with the accent. I was like, wow, how do you even do that accent?
I'll give it a shot. I'll give Home Ec another shot.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
There's our
flip it.
that's our daily
And
one.
you get to see I won't spoil it.
You could spoil it after. It's okay.
You get to see boobs.
All right, guys.
Oh, come on.
hey!
Sold.
See that shine boob? That's my shine boob. All right, go ahead, David.
Well, that's it, man. This is the show. We are out of time. We're like a little over, but that's cool. Thank you guys for stopping by. I want to say thank you again for Summer for showing up and being amazing. It's
Summer
hilarious.
always shows up.
Show.
Once a year.
Always, all the time.
Depends where you live.
And the Speakeasy team. Thanks to Josh, who really doesn't do much here. Pierce.
I do everything. Do everything
Wait.
on this show.
Everyone else. All the Speakeasy
Do you
team.
want- do you want me to
George,
name them?
Vader. Yeah, do it.
Speakeasy team: George, Vader, Ricky, Alyssa, Nathan, and of course you guys, Pierce, David, and I was gonna say Josh. Pierce, David, and fucking Summer. Thank you. It's been so fun having you on. I'm sorry that you had to be on a David hosted episode, but you know it was still great having you on. You really compensated for the lack of energy that David had. So
Sorry.
go ahead, David.
Go ahead, what?
Okay. Summer, can you read us out, please? Can you see that? Can you read that? Can you read us out?
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Speakeasy Gentleman. Find audio for all episodes on iTunes and Podbean.
That was
That's
perfect.
the best read.
That was fucking amazing. We owe her money.
Do you read? Do you read on your free time?
I do read.